Hey guys, welcome back to a new reaction on this channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to some more breakdown of Sanity. Today with their song Chapters. And I'm freaking excited because you guys know I love breakdown of Sanity. They have extremely amazing songs. But it's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time. My last breakdown of Sanity reaction almost a year ago in May 2025. When they brought out their, I don't know if it was their latest single. I guess it was The Hunt, right? Was that the first track with their new singer? I guess yes, right? I guess it was the first track with the new singer. An amazing track in my opinion. I really loved it. I also listened to that song a couple of times in my private time. A really awesome track. But today we go back in time. I can't really tell you exactly in which year. I guess 2011 or so. I guess it was that time, right? I don't know. To their song Perception, and today with their song Chapters. Maybe you have seen other reactions by me, or maybe you have seen in general a reaction of Breakdown of Sanity before. I told you that I really love Breakdown of Sanity. I'm honest. I also saw them a couple of times live. They're extremely amazing. They also had the freaking most brutal freaking mosh pits ever I saw in my life. But I don't know any song by Breakdown of Sanity, because the problem is I know a couple of their hits, but Breakdown of Sanity always been a band where I just checked out a couple of tracks and then I liked them and that's it. I never really listened to full records, so there are a lot of songs also from their earlier records I never heard before, and Chapters is definitely one of them. But I also can tell you, the Perception record cover, this record cover you are seeing here, is one of my absolute favorite record covers of all time. I'm honest, I freaking love that record cover. I remember back then there was a freaking shirt, I don't know I don't know where it was, but there was a shirt completely full with that record cover. So down was that grass, and then you had the moon up here over the whole shirt, and that was freaking insane. I haven't bought it. God damn, I'm so sad about that. But it was an extremely amazing shirt. But like I said, we go back in time with their old singer. Carlo. Sorry, I haven't forgot his name. It was Carlo. Super excited. Breakdown of Sanity, Chapters. Let's freaking go. Right, guys, I'm sorry to pause here after because the copyright strikes. Because no, this is Breakdown of Sanity with their song Chapters, and I already told you in one of my other Breakdown of Sanity reactions I did. You have to know, the very first track I ever heard of Breakdown of Sanity was "We Have to Escape." I guess it was it was a song from their very first EP or very first record. I don't know exactly, but it's a really, really, really old song, older than that record, of course. "We Have to Escape." Maybe you heard it, maybe not, but that is an extremely amazing record. Do you know where I heard it? Fun fact. Back in the days, I don't, like I said, I can't remember which year it was, but really, really, like, many, many years ago, in Pericon, by the way, here, that you know it, um, they had their own radio, and I listened to that radio every day almost, to check out new music and stuff like that. And then they played "We Have to Escape" by Breakdown of Sanity, a band I never heard before. And then I freaking loved that track. And then I got really, really deep into this group. And it was extremely amazing. I freaking loved that song and so on. And then I started listening to Breakdown of Sanity. Also, fun fact, it all started with Impericon. And today I'm working there, by the way. I work for this company. Just for you to know. Just a little fun fact. But I know I remember a little bit later I listened to their song. I guess it was called "Hero," right? It's also from the same record, Perception. And I freaking loved the guitars so freaking much. And I always tell you that I'm absolutely not a guitar guy. Because I played drums, I screamed a little bit and stuff like that, but I never got really in contact with guitars. I freaking hate guitar solos in typical metal tracks when they have 10-minute songs and 5 minutes of freaking guitar solos. I'm so freaking sick of that. I really don't like that. I'm really sorry. So I've never been a big guitar fan, even if I know that guitars are a big part of metal music. I know that. But Breakdown of Sanity is one of the really few bands I have in my life where I love the guitars more than anything else. And Chapters is showing me that again. And that is freaking amazing. Because in this chorus they have here, I don't know if you can call it a chorus, but I guess you know exactly which part I mean. You have these guitars in the background. They are so insane. They are so freaking insane. I really love that. It's so interesting that Breakdown of Sanity always got me with their guitars. And like I said, I'm not the guitar fan. Definitely not. Usually I'm more focused on the drums, I'm more focused on the screams and stuff like that. But they always got me with their guitars. Of course, everything else is also extremely amazing. I love Carlo. I also love the new screamer they have right now. I don't know his name. I'm so sorry. I also love the drums. Also in Hero, the ending part with this one big heavy snare drum hit. Oh, it's freaking perfect. But the guitars, always one of the sickest things in Breakdown of Sanity songs. Absolutely amazing. Ooh, alright guys, we go a little bit back. Let's go back to the song. Alright, guys, that was Breakdown of Sanity with Chapters. Another amazing song. Another freaking amazing song. Whew. Every song of them is a freaking banger. Of course, they have better ones, but everyone is still good. Everyone is still freaking good. I really, really love that. God freaking damn. The guitars, like I said, on freaking point, freaking amazing, like always. But also the rest of the track, freaking insane. And I can tell you, if you never heard of Breakdown of Sanity before, maybe this is your first song of all time, I don't know. Check out this group. Definitely do that. And if you have the chance to see them live, also do that, because like I said, I saw Breakdown of Sanity a couple of times live, and they have the most brutal mosh pits ever. And I've been to many, many concerts. A lot of concerts. Maybe over a couple of hundreds, I'm honest with you, in my entire life. I just remember the Goodbye Tour because there was a time where Breakdown of Sanity split up for a couple of years. And they did a Goodbye Tour. I've been there in Cologne, I guess. I was in this freaking mosh pit. And I'm honest, it was a miracle that I came out alive. That was insane. I remember when everyone was splitting up so that you have a free mosh pit in front of you, and then one guy jumped in the middle and was getting down on his knees. Another guy sprinted and jumped from his bag with his foot in front in the other side, directly next to me. That was so freaking brutal. It's unbelievable. Goddamn. Like I said, that was a freaking miracle that I came out alive. And I also remember the very, very first Breakdown of Sanity concert I've been to. I guess that was the only time where I had to get out by freaking security because I freaking broke down in the middle of a mosh pit. That was also in Cologne, but it was in a really, really small venue. It was called Underground. I guess it doesn't exist anymore. That was also really, really sick. But I haven't broke down because of the mosh pit was extremely wild. It was more because I haven't drunk enough in front of that. So I was a little bit dehydrated and stuff. That was super sad because I missed my favorite track. What should I say? But now I saw them a couple of times more. And like I said, always worth it. Always worth it. I haven't seen them with their new singer right now because, like I said, they have their new singer since last year. But I'm looking forward to that one day. One freaking day. And maybe again on our Impericon Festival. Alright, guys. That was Breakdown of Sanity with Chapters. A request from you guys. Thanks for more Breakdown of Sanity. I really love that if you request bands I already freaking love. But maybe I haven't heard all of their tracks before. So thanks for that. If you haven't seen my other Breakdown of Sanity's reaction, Breakdown of Sanity reactions, that I will give you my Breakdown of Sanity reaction playlist right now in the outro. Just click on the playlist on screen and you can watch them if you want to. If you want to talk about Breakdown of Sanity with me and the whole community, join our community Discord. Link is down in the description. You can join anytime. You can talk about anything. I want to be cool to see you there. And then I'll see you guys again in another reaction. Would be awesome. And I say, bye!